travel agent David, and today I am on the Ovation of the Seas, and we're going to do a great tour of it. I'm on a 17-day Trans-Pacific cruise leaving Japan, heading to LA. So I've been on this ship now. Today's day 9 of 17. So I've been able to get around the ship a lot, and I want to show you everything that the ship has to offer. Our first stop is going to be on deck 3. We're going to work our way up. Deck 2 does have medical, so if you have any medical issues, deck 2 is it. So from day 1 through 7, we had 3 port stops, 8 ambulances, and then our first full sea day had to have a helicopter come out here and pick up a patient. So make sure if you're traveling, you get that travel insurance. Spend a little extra money because it could make a big difference on something unexpected. But let's go check out the rest of the ship. Our first stop on deck 3 is the music hall. The music hall is on decks 3 and 4. It is used a lot for trivia. It is used on this ship for a couple of the games, like the blankety blank game, the yes or no game. They do karaoke here. Now, when I was on the Quantum of the Seas, they did the Friendly Feud in here. They are doing it in the 270 here. They also had a lip sync challenge on the Quantum. I haven't seen that here on this ship yet, but there is also two pool tables on each side that on the 4th deck that you can use for free as well. Our next stop is going to be the casino. I'm bringing that up now because the music hall is right here. You can cut through the music hall to get to the casino, or if you need to get to the lower level dining room, you can do that through here. However, a lot of times they're doing activities in here. So if you want to bypass the activities, you can just come up to the set of stairs through the elevators, turn to your right, and there's a secret hallway. There are several entrances to the music hall. You have the one over here on this end of the casino. You have another one on the other end of the casino. You have one from the elevators, and you have one from the main hallway on the 3rd floor. On the 4th floor, you have another entrance from the main hallway up there. Here is the 3rd entrance on the 3rd floor around the casino area. You have the one by the elevators, the one I just showed you, and now this one. So plenty of access through the music hall to get in and around the 3rd deck. On this ship, they have a lot of fans on the floor that blow up, so it kind of helps circulate the air around here. There are a couple ATMs right here by the tables. Now, this casino is probably the lowest played casino that I have seen on any cruise ship. At any time, it's really only half full. If you're Prime and you get your free drinks in the bar, or you just got the drink package, or you just want to drink from the bar, come check out Edo, or Surrendar. Surrendar, it's just like surrender, but with an A at the end instead of an E. They make phenomenal drinks, and they even remember my drink, so I just come up and they're like, you want another one? Very good customer service. And Edo even knows not to put a garnish in my drinks, because to me, it's just a waste. So Ito and Surrendar. Right by the bar is the Casino Royale table, so you can get all the information on the cruises that you can prepay for or win, depending on how lucky you are. So we're about midship right here, and in the casino, you have stairs that will take you up to deck 4. As soon as you get up here, you've got guest services are going to be like right there. You've got some of the shops and everything right here as well. Now, this casino, I've talked to several people. There's a lot of us that are not happy with the games here. It looks like they've kept these same games on here since the ship has been formed, with a new one here and a new one there. If you like to play the Buffalo game, they have one. They have one Buffalo game. They don't have a good selection of games. It's really just like hokey stuff that you can't understand. They do have Buffaloes on several of the other games, but it's the ones where you have to play 4 games at one time. So it's just not as fun as just playing the one Buffalo game. So there's been a lady that is pretty much camped out there the whole time because that's like her game, I guess. So just know the games aren't very good, and that's probably why it's half full at any given time. Another thing about the dining room on deck 3 is they do open it for cards during the morning and afternoon. So if you want to play cards, you can do that, or board games. Now we are on deck 4. We've got the Icon Grill, and then we've got Silk. So these are the dining halls on the upper level. I don't understand why in the Quantum class they split it up into 4 instead of just having 1, but they do. So midship, you're going to have the Royal Esplanade. On the Royal Esplanade, you're going to find deck 4 of the theater. You're going to find deck 4 for the music hall. You're going to have Boleros, Cafe Promenade, guest services, La Pasteria, the pub, the shops, and Sorrento's. And then, as you know, on the back end, you've got the American Icon Grill and Silk for the dining hall. As you can see, they do the art auction here in Boleros as well, so they're all set up for that versus being set up for the bar. Now, people at our table, they have said that Ashish is the best bartender they found on the ship. I haven't tried him yet, but if you're looking for a drink in Boleros, Ashish is a good place to start. Across the hall from Boleros is guest services. Now, you usually only have about 3 to 4 people working during the day and through the busy hours. It is manned early and throughout the evening by one person, though. And right outside is an ATM for your enjoyment. As you go down, you've got Kate Spade, you've got a couple other shops, and across from that, you have the duty free and the La Pasteria, as well as the Cafe Promenade and Sorrento's. And at the center of it is the Amber and Oak Pub. Now, if you weren't aware, you can get gluten-free pizza at Sorrento's. And if you go into the Cafe Promenade, or even into the Windjammer, you can ask for gluten-free cookies. They have them pre-packaged already for you. They have chocolate chip and snickerdoodle, so they got them there. Another little pro tip is on this ship, if you like chamomile tea, they don't have it out in the open because it's in long boxes, so you have to request it specifically, so they will put it, the individual tea bag, into your cup for you. Here in the pub, they do a lot of trivia. They do have a few performers in here. Seems to be like a nice show. The key guitarist, singer in here, she always packs the house, and I hear everybody talking nothing but good things about her. After you have the soda package, one of the multi vending machines are right here in Sorrento's. If you're not looking for soda or you don't have the soda package, if you go into the Cafe Promenade, they have water, coffee, tea, and they usually have lemonade and fruit punch in there as well. So on this ship, we have 812 gold, 431 platinum, 236 emerald, 623 diamond, 514 diamond plus, and 69 pinnacle. So there's a lot of experience on this cruise ship. And I bring that up because Trans-Pacific cruises are a lot different than regular cruises. I don't know that I've ever been on a cruise ship that's had 500, let alone 1,000 if you combine the 2 diamond levels on a ship before. But I bring that up because the shops, every time I go by them, they're pretty much empty except for when it's raffle time. So I don't know if it's because it's the same stuff on every cruise and they've been on so many cruises. It's like, why go in there? I don't need anything. It's the same stuff. But you'll find the shops are pretty much empty, at least on a Trans-Pacific cruise. That brings us to the next entrance for the music hall. So on this level, there's going to be another bar. You got pool tables and you've got overhead seating so that looks down onto the stage. Now, if you are looking for a cool photo op right outside of the music hall and across from Prince and Green, is this really huge chair. So I've seen a lot of people out here posing in it and around it. So it's a great little feature here on the ship for some cool pics. Around the corner, before we get to the theater, you do have another entrance to the music hall here. And here's something that's cool. This butterfly board. What's cool about it is if you come up to it and you touch it, the butterflies will go fly away and then they will come back. Now, Heejan was out here with a couple that were touching it from both sides, and they said if you do it in the right order, all of the butterflies will leave at one time and fly around for a little bit. So that was pretty cool. If you got some young ones here, they may like to play with it. Just gives them something fun to do while they're here on the ship. And that takes us right to the 4th level of the Royal Theater. Now, on the other side of the Royal Theater is entrance number 2. You do have the Crown Lounge here as well, and yet another entrance to the music hall. I'm still not in the cool boy list, so the best I can do is film it through the door. Now we've made it to deck 5. where we have both entrances to the theater as well as it leads into the schooner bar. Here at the schooner bar, they do a lot of the trivia. They got this crazy guy. He's insane on the piano when he's up here, and it's awesome. He's that good. We've been up here for a couple other little gatherings and stuff like that, but it's your typical schooner bar. Haven't had a drink from here yet, but everybody I've talked to, apparently they're not that good. Now, also to the side of the schooner bar is Chops Grill. If you're not familiar with Chops Grill, it is the steakhouse on the ship, and they also have a wide selection of wines. This is considered specialty dining, so if this is your first cruise, you will have to set up reservations and pay separately for Chops. They are open during lunchtime and dinner time. Lunchtime is significantly cheaper than dinner time usually. Across from Chops and the schooner bar is Focus. So if you get the photo package, here is where you're going to be able to view your photos, purchase your photos, and make all the photo arrangements that you need. As we exit the schooner bar, before we get to Izumi, there is a staircase that takes you down to deck 4, so you can bypass the elevators if you want to, and if you don't want to take the stairwell because a show just got over with and it's crowded up there. Now, the person you saw waving in the last video, that's Lisa. She's at our dining table. Very nice. Her and her husband are very nice, military, and so we get along really well. Now, let's go check out some more of the ship. Now, Izumi is the Japanese restaurant on the ship. Unlike the Izumis on the Oasis class ships, here on the Quantum class, they do not have hibachi. So if you're wanting to get some hibachi and you can't find it on the app, that is why. Now, one thing I like about it is if you saw my videos from Kyoto, you saw we went to the 1,000 Torii Gates. This just reminds me of the 1,000 Torii Gates, same color and just wrapped around. So it's a very nice touch. Izumi is also considered specialty dining. It is also open for lunch and dinner, and the lunch menu is always a little bit more affordable than the dinner menu. Now you can get it from the port side or the starboard side. There's another entrance over here, and that wraps around and goes to Wonderland, our next stop. If you've never eaten at Wonderland, I've eaten there once. It's interesting. It's cool to do it once. I've talked to a lot of people that think it's cool to do it once, but they don't keep coming back. And I've talked to some people that do keep coming back and they enjoy it. It's just very different. And it is specialty dining. So again, it does cost extra than any of the other dining options here on the ship. So let's go see what we can find on Wonderland. Now, I will tell you this. They do have some awesome drink packages, selections that are already pre-made. There's one that's like an old-fashioned, but it's not an old-fashioned, but it's smoked like an old-fashioned. So I really recommend that you try it if you come to Wonderland. Now, as you can see, it's pretty small. Now, if you looked at my video of the Harmony of the Seas, they have a Wonderland as well, and it's actually 2-storied. It's really, like, it puts this one to shame. So if you're looking at Wonderland and you're going on the Harmony of the Seas, I would recommend you wait and go on that Wonderland versus going to this one. Now, across from Wonderland, you do have shore excursions. You have the Zoom desk and you have the Bionic Bar. Now, the shore excursion desk is constantly manned during the day, and then the Zoom is actually only operated from 8:30 to 11:30 and then 4:30 to 7:30. However, if you're having issues with your internet, you can go down to deck 4 and talk to guest services. I was having it, they got to reset my PIN and reactivate my internet because it cut out on me for some reason. So you are able to have some additional support just in case they are closed. So if you come by and you see that they're closed and you're still having issues, don't wait, check out guest services. The next stop is the Bionic Bar. If you haven't seen the Bionic Bar before, it is 2 robotic arms that will work on making your own drinks for you. Let's go check it out. So even the robots are union, so they have to have their authorized union break. But anyway, essentially what happens is there'll be a keypad or like a tablet on 1 or 2 of the tables, and you can place your order. They have pre-selected drinks, and you can make your own drinks on here. You plug it in, it will make it. So it takes the cup that's in the on the robot, and it hits these black spinners, which already have a predetermined amount of alcohol in them. It puts it into it, and then it will add ice. It will shake it. It will pour it into a cup. The cup will then get put into that little device right here, and you tap your card, and it will bring your drink here. That way you make sure that you're getting your drink and not someone else's. As we make our way further through the ship, you'll come across Jamie's Italian restaurant. You've got Vintages in the center, and then you have some more shops off to your left. So there's a lot of meet and greets that are held in Vintages as well. And if you love wine, that's where you want to go check it out. They do have specialty pairings and tastings throughout the cruise as well. So you've been on a lot of other royal ships. You'll notice it's Giovanni. So Giovanni got taken over by Jamie. I guess they paper, rock, scissors, and Giovanni lost. But one thing I like about it is it has like this outside area, so it's like you're eating al fresco. So it's really cool because you got this little pathway here that's always got traffic bustling through. You've got the shops on the other side, and then when you're done, you can walk on over here to Vintages and get yourself a nice crispy, dry, or wet, however you like it, wine, some champagne, Moscato, whatever, they've got it here. Now, right next to L'Avions and across from Vintages is Park West. Now, Park West is the art company on the ship. You can buy art on its own. You can buy it through the art auction. It's really up to you how you do it. They're the ones that set up the guess the weight for whatever item they have out there and stuff as well. If you've never been to an art auction on a cruise ship, you might want to try it once. It's pretty interesting. They try and make it fun. So much fun. The last one we were on, he even bought 3 things. Now, as you make your way further down towards the 270, you do have the next cruise. Now, they do offer you discounts if you purchase your next cruise on here. If you're working with a travel agent, they will link your new purchase up with your travel agent so you can have your travel agent help you with everything that you need for the cruise. Now, here's a pro tip for you. I took my laptop and dueled their laptop and to see if I could get cheaper rates than the next cruise. And I was able to get cheaper rates because as a travel agent, you can get group rates and they give you a discount off of the non-group rate. So sometimes the group rates are cheaper. So if you are thinking about booking another cruise, you should talk to your travel agent before you go on the next cruise and see which one would be cheaper for you. In front of the 270 is you have the 270 cafe. Now the cafe in here has some specialty sandwiches for purchase. They also have some light fare for you to eat that are included in with the cruise, as well as some beverages. And it leads right into the 270. So in this 270, they did a friendly feud. They've done a sexy man contest. They do a lot of the other activities, especially at night here with entertaining and dancing and stuff like that. The club is in the music hall, but they still use this as a lot of area for dancing. They have a Spectra show here using the boards up there. There are 6 different screens up there, each controlled by a robotic arm. Each of those screens with the arm cost $1 million. So you're looking at $6 million TV right there. Here at the 270 Club, you can come in on deck 5 or you can have deck 6 up there as well. So if you want to have a bird's eye view, you can. Now, cool thing about the 270 Club is if you haven't been here, it'd be kind of hard to see maybe, but if you look on the platform, there's cutouts. They actually raise. And there's another one on the floor that actually raises. And then the stage over there, it actually raises. So you have different elevations of platform during the shows, which you're not expecting. Then when it happens, you're just like in awe that it happens so seamlessly. The entertainment on the ship is very well trained and they know exactly what they're doing. And there hasn't been any skip in the beat for any of it. There are a total of 16 decks on this ship. And decks 6 through 10 are basically just guaranteed for cabin space. So you won't find anything there. Our next stop is deck 11 with Adventure Ocean. One thing I like about cruise ships They don't just throw anybody into the kids areas. They background check them. They make sure that they're trained to a certain degree. They even have specialty programs for children with disabilities, which is really awesome. Though they don't open till 9 o'clock. However, it is here on deck 11. The only way you can get to it from deck any other deck is you have to take the elevator. If you get the right ones, then you're going to come right over here to get it. If you don't find these and you get the ones that are in the aft part of the ship, you're going to have to come through the hallway the entire way. Now here on the Ovation Seas, Adventure Ocean is on deck 11 and deck 12. So there's a lot of opportunities and activities for your youngsters. Now, if you're looking for a conference center, you've booked a big party, you want to have engagements in there, some activities in there, you've booked a work cruise and you need to do some training. Deck 13, all the way in the aft section. Now, deck 14. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is what everybody's looking for. We're going to start off forward, work our way aft. In the forward section, you have the Solarium. Now, if you haven't been on a quantum class before, this Solarium is phenomenal. Let's check it out. I told you, didn't I? It's insane. So they have all these lounges around here. They're all free. Now, you got to get out here kind of early because they do get taken up and usually are taken up the entire day. Because people will come out here, they'll mark their territory, go get something to eat, come back, and be here all day. So you might want to rest. You'll come out here, you'll see people asleep on the couches. It's just insane. Now, if you want to get a drink, Wiz, W-I-S, not Wiz Khalifa, but Wiz, without the Khalifa, best bartender I've found out here so far. Great sense of humor, fantastic drinks. So come out here and check out Wiz. Him, Ito, and Surrendar, those two in the casino, they're like my top 3 bartenders. If you go with any of them, you're not going to go wrong. Now, if you thought this Solarium was awesome, you haven't even seen a cool feature yet. Well, it's a little windy out here. But on each side, they have this observation deck. As you can see, it's a cruddy day here in the middle of the Pacific. It's been like this for the past 4 days. I haven't seen a sunrise or a sunset in 4 days. It's just fog. But when I was on the Quantum, we were out here looking at Alaska's beauty. It's a fantastic place to come in when you're coming into port to get some photos or when you're leaving port. Just a great touch, and it's on both port and the starboard side. So if you want to eat in the Solarium Cafe, it is open from 7:30 to 10:30 for breakfast, 11:30 to 2 for lunch, and 5:30 to 8:30 for dinner. If you want to eat dinner here, you do need to make reservations. And they want you to enter the bistro from the elevator side, not from any of the outside entrances. As we make our way out to the pool deck, this is probably my favorite aspect of this ship. I wish every ship had something like this, and I know you will too. But I'm going to get into that in just a second. First, I want to go over all of the seating that is still out here. So as you can see, this ship is set up with an abundance of seating. So you won't have a problem finding seating. It may not be where you want to sit or the type of item you want to sit on, but you will find it. Now, it hasn't been open to all crews because we're not doing anything, but you do have Sea Trek, the dive shop right here as well. Have like this inner pool area that's enclosed and heated. The 2 hot tubs, the pool and the little seating pool, the sun pool there, it's all heated, right? It's just really nice. So it's climate controlled in here. So no matter how cruddy it is out there, you can come in here, you can enjoy the pool. The kids can enjoy the pool. You can come soak in a hot tub, and they got the pool bar in here too. So you don't even have to worry about going outside to get anything to drink. But you do have to worry about going outside to go get some ice cream. I'm going to show you where that's at here in just a minute. Let's go outside. So if you don't like smoke, don't come in on this side. You want to go on the other side. But the smoking section runs all the way from that inside area all the way down to the octopus. So it really stinks out here during the day if you don't like cigarette smoke. So try to go on to the other side. Now, out here in the pool deck, it's pretty much a mirror of what was covered. You've got the 2 hot tubs, one here, one over there. You've got the bar, you've got your pool, and then over there, they have a little kid area. There's something really special there for the kids, so stay tuned because I'm going to show you here in a second. Blew my mind. So let's go check out the rest of this pool deck, and then I'll show you what's going on. Just outside the Solarium, come into the heated pool area, and then as soon as you come out, on your right hand side will be the ice cream machine. So they got the vanilla, they got the swirl, they got the chocolate. So it's open until like 7 p.m. So you come out here, and there hasn't been a long line. I don't know if it's because of the weather or whatever, but every time I come over here, the longest I've had to wait is like 2 or 3 people, so not too bad. Also, the towel stand is in the enclosed area just before the Solarium. Now, I know I told you that there's something cool for the kids. There's unexpected. This isn't unexpected, right? You expect playground in the pool for the kids on a cruise ship. Here's where it's unexpected, and I've seen a lot of adults in here playing with it too, is this. It looks like a regular pool, but it's not. The current goes around, so it's kind of like a lazy river that's really small. But you can go in here, you can float around. The kids are out here having fun, just going around in circles. Some adults are even in here having fun with it too, with their kids. So it's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like this on a ship before. So it's plenty of fun things for your kids to do out here on the pool deck. As we make our way towards the aft part of the ship, you have Fish and Chips. So Fish and Chips is another specialty dining restaurant. It has specific hours that it's open, and it focuses on, well, fish and chips. They do have fish and chips. They have chicken fingers and chips. They have fried shrimp and chips. And they have crispy fish sandwiches. So the fried lobster tail basket and chips is $12. And then they add an 18% gratuity. It doesn't say how much the other baskets are, but they're probably about 10 to 12 bucks as well. So on sea days, they're open from noon to 5 p.m. And then on our initial day, it was open at 11:30 to 5. And then for our port days, it was open from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So it's not open very long. So if you want to get some fish, chicken, lobster, whatever, and some fries, you got to hit Fish and Chips during that specific time frame. Now, in the aft part of deck 14, you do have the Windjammer and you have the Coastal Kitchen. They're behind door number 1 that doesn't open until 7 in the morning. That's how early it is out here. Imagine how bright it gets. It's like bright at like 5 o'clock in the morning here. Now, every time I've been here, I get here right about 6:45, 6:50, and usually it's opened up shortly thereafter. On the port side, aft, you have the living room. It's teens only. Their activities are supervised, but in there it's got some loungers, some tables, some games and things like that in there. So if you've got some teenagers, they don't want to hang around you because it's not cool or whatever, have them come to the living room, supervised. It's right by the Windjammer, so you know they're never going to go hungry, and they're like 80 steps away from ice cream, so they're going to be happy. So this Windjammer, each side is pretty much identical with the same amount of food. If you work your way further aft, they have egg stations so you can make omelets, things like that of your nature that you want. They give you a little buzzer. And then during lunchtime, it's the exact same thing. At dinner, exact same thing. Each side is pretty much the same, but the egg station becomes a burger station. So you get burgers and tenders and fries there instead of eggs. A cool feature about this Windjammer is you can come outside and you typically have a good view of the wake. But I haven't seen the wake in 3 days. But it's there. I've seen it. It exists. in deck 15 on the aft part of the ship, and we are in the Seaplex. So Seaplex has this sports court right here that you can do pickleball like you're doing now. They do basketball, they do dodgeball, they have soccer, they do bumper cars here. They even have a huge inflatable laser tag set up that they go do in here as well. And back over there is also an escape house. And then up on the 16th deck, you've got a bunch of different little games like air hockey, foosball. They even have video game setups up there, so we'll see that here in a minute. So you have another drink station here, and you have the dog house. So the dog house is complimentary. However, if you don't have the drink package, you can purchase drinks there. A can of soda, I think, is like $4.15. But they got hot dogs, bratwurst, sausages here. They got onions, sauerkraut, and a few other little toppings as well. Now, before you exit the Seaplex, they have an arcade here, and they have a minimal selection of games, but it is an arcade nonetheless. As you come up the stairs in the Seaplex, you do have access to the suite sun deck. That's pretty sweet. So you can come in and out this way if you wanted to. Now up here is where they have the ping pong tables, the air hockey, and things like that. So let's check it out. Do you like playing Xbox? I'm more of a PS guy, but they have a bunch of Xbox Ones over here that you can play and have some nice little fun. They got these comfortable couches right here for you. You can just sit back, relax, and do your thing. Another cool thing they do here in the Seaplex, they have tons of roller skates. So you can come down here and roller skate during the roller skating time. It's pretty cool. They got a DJ booth and everything, so it's just like going to a roller rink. So deck 15 and deck 16 are kind of split up. You got your aft, you got your forward over there. You've got your walking trail here, and if you saw it in my video, I'm gonna hop on to the other side and show you, because the Quantum class ships, they all have an animal. So they had a big purple bear on the Quantum of the Seas, and on this ship they have a big panda bear and a baby panda bear. So let's go check out the pandas. So they have the other doors closed due to weather. They have the other outside ones for the Seaplex out here to the walking trail closed as well. So now I gotta go halfway around the ship to show you the pandas and then come all the way back. But it's cool because it's a nice breeze and it's pushing me forward, so I get some extra free steps in. Now, on the other side of the doghouse, on the outside, the rest of the food truck is outside, so I'm going to show you that. And then on the other side of that is where the shuffleboard is. Now, also back here on deck 16 is the Flow Rider. It is also where the rock climbing wall is, and they also have on this back end over here the iFly. This is where the flow rider is when the water's riding, but you can't do it because of the weather. And then that tube right there is where you do the iFly. And it's pretty cool. If you've never done it before, you should try it. So as you can see, you got Mama Panda Bear and Baby Panda Bear right here. And then right next to the rock climbing walls, there's 2 sections for you to go up. They actually have 3 sections you can go up. So you got plenty of time to climb a wall when it's not cruddy weather. So you gotta get back inside because it's really pushing me around out here. So on deck 15 forward, you have the Vitality Spa, and then you have on deck 16 forward, the Fitness Center. So they're open throughout the day. The spa opens up at 8 in the morning. So, and it closes later on in the evening. So a sea day is a perfect day for a mani, a pedi, a massage, maybe even getting a haircut, especially when you're on a cruise ship for 17 days. So everybody, when you're on the Ovation of the Seas, hopefully you get Philip. He is the best cabin attendant around. So thank
Good day,
you for
guys.
everything.
Good day.
So if you want to find the best place on this ship to get drinks, you've got to come down to the casino. Let's meet some of the crew that make this place rock. This is Maria. She is from the Philippines, and her favorite drink is the AMF. So if you like AMF, so you don't know what an AMF is, but you want to know, come check out Maria. The next person that you need to find is Roldan, the man from the Philippines. And his favorite drink to make is also the AMF.
Yeah,
It's my favorite drink to drink.
correct. Cheers for that.
Cheers. The next person you need to see is Mariana. Mariana is from Brazil, and she loves to make martinis, especially espresso martinis and lemon drops.
Yeah.
So come check her out. So if you're ever coming down here to the casino and you need to know how many points you've got, you want to know what points you can get to win a cruise or whatever, if you're having any issues with your card, you want to come check out Joseph. Joseph's from the Philippines, and he's been doing a fantastic job helping Heejin and I with all of our casino needs. So thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Mr. David.
So this is my friend Surendar. He's from India, and he likes to make Kentucky Summers. That's his favorite drink. So if you come on down here to the bar, ask for a Kentucky Summer from Surendar. So this is Ito. He is from Indonesia, and his favorite drink to make is a Long Island iced tea. I've had them. They're fantastic. So if you like Long Islands, make sure you come to the casino and check out Ito.
Ship in the casino, okay?
The other best place to get drinks on the Ovation is the Solarium, and you've got to check out Wiz. Not to be confused with Wiz Khalifa, just Wiz. But
Wiz
he's-
Khalifa.
Yes. So he makes awesome drinks. What is your favorite drink to make?
Gumbes Smash! Woo! And then the best one for him, AMF.
The AMF. I'm telling you, the AMFs on this ship are awesome.
And then NFL, one more thing.
So make sure you come check out Wiz. All right, up here in the Solarium. Good drinks. Well, that completes my time on the Ovation of the Seas. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. And if you're thinking about doing a Trans-Pacific cruise, make sure you like and subscribe to this video so I can tell you exactly what we thought we were going to expect, what we ended up getting, and then that way you can adjust however you need to, as well as what to pack and some tips on how to make things a little bit easier for your Trans-Pacific cruise or just your cruise in general.